Good evening, folks. I'm going to call the meeting of the Southington Planning and Zoning Commission for Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024 to order. Happy New Year, y'all. And Jeremy, can you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Tedesco. Commissioner Coles.
Present.
Commissioner Britton.
Present.
Commissioner Sewell.
Here.
Alternate Gaida. Alternate Ma. Alternate Beard. Commissioner Jablonski.
Here.
Commissioner Wolowski.
Here.
Chair Hammersley.
Hammersley's here. I did hear from Commissioner Tedesco, Keard, and Ma. They were unable to attend. If Christina was here, I would see her, but I think we still have a quorum. We have 6, right? My math is correct, simple math. So I think we still have a quorum. If we can all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. You can all remain standing for a moment of silent reflection, please. Thank you. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes from a regular meeting on November 21st, 2023.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Wolowski with a motion.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Chaplinsky with a second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Looking for another motion for an approval of our meeting, our special meeting on December 19th, 2023.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Wolowski, is there a second?
I'll second that.
We'll give it to Britton on this one. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Commissioner discussion, any subcommittee reports? Seeing none, I'll just say that we had our first meeting since the election of the Economic Development Strike Force Committee just before the holidays. I think it was was that Thursday before, right? So it was 19th, 21st, I think it was. Nothing really earth-shattering coming out of there. We had a person who had contacted our economic development director, Lou Perillo, and was looking for some I-2 zoned area to process materials, which we're a little bit short on, so we weren't able to really help him out, but we did have a little bit of a discussion about that. I also will let people know here that I was contacted by Representative Poulos before Thanksgiving. He's looking for some legislative ideas of things that he can do up at the upcoming session. Him and I are planning to sit down and talk sometime in the next month or so about that. My focus is likely to be on housing issues. If anyone has anything that they'd like me to bring up with him, by all means, first of all, you're free to talk to him, of course. But if you want me to bring something up, please let me know over the next week or so I can make sure I touch base on that. With that, I will just, real quick, so we get the trademark in. The pre-meeting music was furnished by Mr. Frank Vincent Zappa, 1940 to 1993. He's an American musician, composer, and performer. Noted for his creative genius and thoughtful and provoking musical and intelligent lyrics, in my opinion. And with that, let's get into our preamble here. Good evening and welcome to tonight's meeting of the Southington Planning and Zoning Commission. My name is Robert Hammersley, I'm the chair of the commission. I'd like to take a few moments to explain the meeting format. Aside from administrative items, tonight's meeting is comprised of 2 parts, a public hearing and a business meeting. During the public hearing, the applicant will present the application to us in detail and will allow the commission members and the public the opportunity to better understand what is being proposed. The commission members may ask questions during the presentation as needed. Then we will open it up to members of the public who support or oppose the application to speak. If you wish to speak, please raise your hand and wait to be recognized by myself. Once recognized, come forward to the podium, give us your name and address for the record, and please address all comments or questions to me or through me, and not to the applicant or other members of the public. Be advised that this is your opportunity to ask questions and make comments on the application, because once the public hearing is closed, no additional testimony, from the public or applicant will be permitted. It is important to maintain order and decorum at all times during the meeting, and it's something that I will stress if it isn't being followed. After everyone's had an opportunity to speak, all questions have been answered, all information has been received. We will decide whether it's appropriate to close the hearing. We will not consider voting on the application until the business meeting. During the business meeting portion of the agenda, the commission deliberates on the application submitted and decides how to act on them. We generally have 4 options. 1 is to approve the application as submitted. 2 is to approve it with stipulations, conditions, or modifications. 3, table it for a future meeting, or in some cases, deny the application. 4 affirmative votes of the commission are generally required to approve any application. If you leave the meeting before the decision is rendered, please call the planning department, Jeremy down the end there, tomorrow afternoon, and he can tell you what went down. With that, why don't we go into item 9, public hearing portion. We have item 9A and 9B. I think we'll take these collectively, right? That's Evergreen of Southington LLC, special permit application for proposed 18-lot open space preservation re-subdivision with approximately 940-foot cul-de-sac, public road and corresponding public utilities. We have that, as well as the open space re-subdivision is item B. I think the applicant has asked us to table that, or made a request to table that. Is that true, Jeremy? Okay, so I'm looking for a table motion, first on item A and then on item B. So we got a motion to table.
I'll make a motion to table item A, SPU 689, as well as item B, numbers S1340.
Is it okay for us to take these collectively like that? That's fine. Okay, so I have a motion on both items A and B. Do we have a second?
Second.
Caleb, was that you?
Yes,
Yeah?
sir.
All right. Is there any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to item 9, right, 9C, Joshua Jackson, special permit application for a proposed installation of a 24-panel solar system, property located at 397 West Pines Drive, zoned R40, SPU 690. Jeremy, it's my understanding that we have a request to withdraw this application. Is that true?
That is correct.
What do we need to do on this,
Nothing's needed.
Alex? We don't need
Noted in
to?
the record
Okay.
that it was withdrawn.
So we'll just note that application has been withdrawn at the request of the applicant. Item 9D, Yulia Cullington, special permit application for proposed parent-grandparent apartment, property located at 55 Noshing Hogan, did I say that right? Drive, zoned R 2025, SBU 910. Yulia, why don't you come up to the podium and just, as she approaches, I'll just remind people, this was an application that we actually approved the parent-grandparent, I want to say 12 to 18 months ago. It was initially approved. There was a need, a tweak to the layout. And so Yulia's in front of us again to get approval. But why don't you just tell us what what you're planning on doing out there?
Good evening. My name is Yulia Chillington. So as you mentioned, about a year and a half ago, we went through the hearing, we got an approval. Unfortunately, since then, my dad passed away, and now we're looking to modify the plan to make it a little smaller because it will be just my mom moving in. So that's our primary purpose of modifying the prior plan.
Okay. And I think everyone's seen the plans. They're on the website, the town website, so they are public plans. Any questions of Yulia from members of the commission? Yulia, I'm just going to note that there's a couple outstanding comments from both engineering and planning department. Are you okay if we stipulate that those comments be addressed to the satisfaction of the staff there in order to get you approved or at least take action? I want to pre-decide where you're going to go here, but in order to get action taken on your application, are you okay if we stipulate that?
I'm aware of the engineer comment on the drywall, and we are addressing it with engineer that we engaged. I'm not sure what another stipulation was.
Planning, I'll just read them off, right? Please submit certification by a registered engineer or sanitarian
done.
showing that the septic system is sized appropriately for the additional bedroom?
Yep.
That's number one. Are you okay with that?
We
Mr.
submitted that record from prior application, it was Department of Health. We submitted the entire packet.
Okay,
of
I'm getting a
approval
thumbs up
last
by
time.
Jeremy, so I think he says he's all set with that. Okay. Number two, please submit a site plan showing a complete location. Is that right? Complete location for this apartment?
We did that.
Compliant, wow. It's my glasses.
We have, all the planning department comments have been addressed at this point.
Okay, so we're all set with those, but you're okay if we stipulate on the engineering comments that those be worked out between you and the engineering department?
Working on it.
Jim Grappone
currently.
down there, guy with the tie on, the handsome guy with the mustache there, that guy? Oh, I know, Jim, I know. Working with him just to make sure that his comments are addressed to his satisfaction. You okay with that?
Yes, what are the next steps? Do I just email you the documentation? Do we have to go through a
Well,
hearing again?
why don't you give Jeremy a call after tonight, sometime tomorrow afternoon at the earliest, and he can set you up with sort of a next step
Will do.
roadmap, if you will.
Will do. But
But I
there,
can't tell you because we haven't taken action on it yet, so I don't know if it's going to get approved or not.
okay, but
You know
that's
what I
the
mean?
only outstanding item.
All right?
Okay. All
Okay.
right, I'll touch
Anything
base
else
with
at
you.
this time?
Not for me.
Anything else from the members of the commission? All right,
Thank you.
thanks, yep. Okay, we're going to open it up to members of the public to speak either for or against the application. If anyone wishes to do that, please come up to the podium, give us your address and your name, and do so. Anyone? Going twice? Seeing none, does any member of the commission have any reason why we can't close the public hearing here? No objection, public hearing is closed. Moving on to the business meeting, we have items A and B, again, Evergreen of Southington LLC. We're looking for a table on both of those items. Can we get a motion for that?
I make a motion to table items A and B, SPU 689 and S number 1340.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Commissioner Chaplinsky. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item C, Joshua Jackson. I don't even know if I have to read this off. It's been withdrawn, so we'll just note that that item was withdrawn at the applicant's request. Item D, Yulia Chillington, special permit application for proposed parent-grandparent apartment, SPU 691. Do we have a motion on this?
I'd like to make a motion to approve SPU 691 with the understanding that the engineering comments will be satisfied,
Okay,
or stipulation as is.
Commissioner Coles with a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Commissioner Britton with a second. Any discussion? Jim, you're okay with the way that that was phrased?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
You understand that, Julia, that's what we talked about? Okay. Okay, can we call the roll on this one, please?
Commissioner Coles?
Yes.
Commissioner Britton?
Yes.
Commissioner Sewell?
Yes.
Commissioner Chaplinsky?
Yes.
Commissioner Walowski?
Yes.
Chair Hammersley?
Hammers is a yes, motion carries 7-0. Congratulations, best of luck. We have 1300 South Main Street LLC, item E, 1300 South Main LLC, floodplain application seeking to disturb .42 acres of floodplain in the association with 12,670 square foot auto body repair facility and associated parking lot property located at 1300 South Main Street in a B zone, FF 275. Jeremy, what's the status on this one?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we received a request to table this to the next.
Okay, we have a request from the applicant to table this. Can we get a motion to that?
I'll make a motion that we table item number FF 275.
Okay, see a motion. Do we have a second? Commissioner Sewell, I saw you there. Commissioner Sewell with a second, yeah?
Nope.
No? No second, Jamie?
I'll second it.
Okay. Commissioner Britton with a second. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 10F, Mount Southington Limited Partnership floodplain application seeking to disturb .2 acres of floodplain in association with development of detention system. Property located at 426 Mount Vernon Road, located in a 2025 zone, FF 276. Mr. Bravino, the floor is yours, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Commission members. Seth Bovino, planner with Kratzer Jones, represented the applicant. This application was heard at the last meeting, the special meeting. Basically, what we're doing is excavating 40 cubic yards of material within the floodplain. For that, we are compensating 262 cubic yards, which is about 15 times the amount of the excavation and disturbance. So basically, that's that. We received the wetlands approval. You acted on the site plan at the last meeting. Unless you have any questions, I'll be glad to
Okay,
move on.
Mr. Chair,
Thank
just to
you.
clear.
Steve, yeah.
40.
40 yards, 2 truckloads,
Two
2.5
triaxles.
truckloads.
Okay.
And
Thank
we are compensating 262 cubic yards.
This was approved by inland wetlands, yeah, and that was sort of the holdup at the last time, I think,
Yes.
why we didn't act on it, but any other questions from members of the commission to Mr. Bravino? None? Sev, anything to add?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll note that Mount Southington, a gem in this town, is currently open with 12 to 18 inches on 6 of their 14 trails, and 4 of their 7 lifts are currently operating. So if you get a chance and you're a skier, please visit our fantastic ski resort out there. Do we have a motion on this?
Pack powder, question mark?
I don't know, Steve.
Man-made.
Details, dude, details. It's going to be cold enough over the next couple of days for them
Think
to
so.
add to that, I'm sure, so, which is great.
The big storm coming.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt either. I don't like doing it in my driveway, but I'm glad for them.
Make a motion to approve FF number 276.
We have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Mr. Chaplinsky with a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, can you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Coles?
Yes.
Commissioner Britton?
Yes.
Commissioner Sewell?
Yes.
Commissioner Chaplinsky?
Yes.
Commissioner Wolowski?
Yes.
Chair Ham?
Members is a yes, motion carries 6-0. I got to modify on the last one that it was only 6 votes because we don't have 7 people here tonight, so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seb, appreciate it. Item number 11, any administrative items?
Nothing at this time, sir.
All right, item 12, do we have a couple of new applications that are going to be coming up?
Yes, 2 of them relate to the 1300 South Main Street application. That's the reason the floodplain filling was tabled this evening. And the third is for a parent-grandparent apartment out on Hawks Nest Drive.
Okay. Plus Evergreen, I'm sure will continue at some point, yeah. We'll see where it goes. Hey, before I ask for a motion to adjourn, anything else from any members here? Seeing none, give me a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion to adjourn.
Commissioner Coles, second.
Second.
Mr. Britton,
Lot of action on this side.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Third base.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.